All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and get started. I want to respect your time. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the fundamentals of network marketing. This one we're going to save so you can share with your people when they do. I found that videos like this were super helpful for me when I first got started, especially if you're newer to the business. It's like, what do I do every day? What does the day-to-day look like? How do I run this as a business? How do I make this a professional part of my life? And really treat it like a business and not a hobby. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a second. Let's see. You guys see this okay? Awesome. So why network marketing, right? I wanted to remind you guys quickly, it's always good to remind yourself of this. Why did you start? Why network marketing? Why are you even doing this? I think it's easy to lose sight of why you're in this and why you started, especially when you start, hearing the no's and the people don't sign up, and, you can really dig yourself into like a pity party hole, if you will. And so you really want to know why you're doing this. Like, why did you start? Why are you continuing? Why do no's not bother you? And why you're going to continue to grow until you've made it to whatever your financial goal is, whatever your service goal is, however many people you want to serve, whatever your goals are, why are you going to stick around until that happens and beyond? So if you haven't done this yet, you really want to write down why are you here? Why are you doing this? Why did you sign up? And you want to remind yourself of it often. The fact of the matter is, why network marketing, right? Many of you joined because you don't want to work in a 9-to-5. You don't want a job. You don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to answer to anyone. You don't want to have to clock in. You don't want to be paid hourly. You're worth more. You feel like there's greatness within you, but you just don't know how to unlock it. So you all join for reasons, and network marketing is the most perfect vehicle to give you all of those things that you want. It really has. It's the purest form of compensation. It's in alignment and in harmony with the universal laws. I mean, cause and effect, you give and you receive. Network marketing is beautifully aligned with everything. If you study, the law of attraction or anything like that. So I just want to remind you guys of why you're doing this. And you should be reminding yourself of this often. If you don't have a vision board, I think you should get one. Even if it's a few pictures of your car, your family, your wife, your husband, your kids, your financial income, where you want to go with that, whatever you need to put up on your wall, on your computer, on your desktop, on your screensaver, on your phone, whatever you need to do to trigger in your mind that what you're going for is more worthy than what you're going through now, do it. Because you need that constant reminder of why you're doing this, right? So your why, right? Think of your why. Tonight, I really want to talk about a success system. And I love this quote. Let me move my thing here. It says, a goal without a system is nonsense. I forget who said it. I don't know the guy, but he has a good quote. So a goal without a system is nonsense. And the reason being is because without a system, how do you know what you're tracking towards? How do you know when you've had a good week, when you need to work harder? How do you know who to talk to? How do you know how to follow up with people? How do you know where you stand with people? How do you measure anything without a system? And then a system must have an aim. Without an aim, there is no system. So without your goal, without your why, you have no system to create without the goal. So you really need both of these things. They play off each other beautifully. And without one, you can't have the other. Without this one, you can't have this one. So what is your goal? What is your why? And then what is your system? And tonight we're going to talk about your system. Now I want to be clear before I go into this. Everyone's system can be, this is just what works for me and what I find is duplicatable, right? In network marketing, you want to be duplicatable. When I first started, I was not duplicatable. I was talking to everyone, I was signing a lot of people up, but I wasn't building anyone. I wasn't helping anyone else have success. And I was like, well, why is this happening? Why am I doing all this, but they can't? I wasn't being duplicatable. I wasn't breaking it down to a system that anyone can do. And so tonight we're going to talk about the system that you can share with anyone and that will work for anyone. Monkey see, monkey do, right? So the tools that you have the ISA Tools to Go app. And I'll send you guys these slides after. You don't have to write this down. But you want the ISA Tools to Go app, the Facebook groups, right? There's 3 Facebook groups. There's Welcome Change for people who are not enrolled in anything yet and they just want more information. There's the Team Live Free / Team Extreme business page for business builders like us. And then there's the products. There's the Team Live Free, Live Extreme products page where you put your customers that have enrolled at Simmer for them to get more information on the customer part of things. And then there's Zoom calls to plug into and to learn, right? We don't go to Network Marketing University. If we did, though, we'd all probably be millionaires right now. But we don't. So we have Zoom calls, right? And then we have upline phone calls. The most important thing, not the most important thing, but it's very important. If you're ever struggling in network marketing, do not complain to your downline. Don't call the people that you enrolled last week when you were so excited and say, oh my God, I'm having a really bad week this week. Call your upline. Call the person that enrolled you. Ask them for help. Ask them for guidance, right? And you can use those whenever you want, right? Upline calls are great for enrolling people. They're good for just when you're feeling in a funk. If you're John Piontek, you'll involuntarily have them all the time because he'll just call you. OurEasyTraining.com is a really good site. We went over it a few Zoom calls back. You can check it out on your own time. It's really good for duplication. It was created by Zach and Eden Slobin, who are millionaires in the company outside our line. And we have the rights to use that. They let us use that. Your back office, and then YouTube University, guys. I am on YouTube every single day studying something in network marketing, whether it's Eric Worre, Zach and Eden Slobin, Ray Higdon, anyone in network marketing, I'm studying them. What are they saying? What are they doing? How are they running their business? YouTube has so many great resources. So those are the tools. Now, what are the steps, right? The first step you need to do, and everyone needs to do this, is build your list. You need an operating system. You need something to operate out of or from, right? So get a nice notebook, and you want to write down your list. There's something called a memory jogger. You can Google it, and it will come up, and you can just do the internet version, or you can go to OurEasyTraining.com, and they have one there as well. And then you want to add to your list every single week. So when you're out at a bar and you meet two people, write their names down in your list. On social media, if someone likes your picture and comments on your post, write their name down or their Instagram handle on your list, their Facebook name, write it down in your list. You want to be compiling and adding to this list every single day or every single week. And then networking on purpose. If you're one of those people that says, oh my gosh, I have no one to talk to, I don't know who to talk to. We live in a huge connected world. Like, the world has never been more connected than it is now. And so start networking on purpose. Join Facebook groups. Go out and get uncomfortable and go to a book club. I don't know. Christian joked about that last week. He's like, I'm going to join a book club. I'm like, it's not a bad idea. Go and network on purpose. Get out of your comfort zone. Go meet new people. This business is beautiful because it compensates you to become a better version of yourself. So get out there and go meet new people, right? And add to your list. Once you build your list, then you have to contact and invite. I struggled this for a while. You want to cut to the chase. And these are not isogenic slides, by the way. I know the logo's down there. I created these. So you want to cut to the chase. You don't want to, start a conversation. Hey, how's it going? How you been? How's the dogs? How are the kids? Oh yeah, do you want to join my business? No. You want to cut to the chase, right? You want to say something that captivates them, relates to them, and ask them a question. So these are just examples. And again, you guys will have these slides. We're going to open it up for Q&A at the end here, but it's like if you haven't talked to them in a while and you think they might be great, the key word is you think they might be great, right? You never want to impose a belief onto someone that they don't necessarily want. So you want to think about, yeah, they could be great, they might be great, but you don't really know. So one thing you could say is, hey, so-and-so, I saw you're hustling, or you're a hard worker, or you just graduated. Whatever you want to say, you want to relate to them or something that you saw them do. So, hey, so-and-so, I saw you're a really hard worker now, or you just graduated college. We share something in common, I just graduated too, right? You want to relate to them. And it got me thinking, I'd love to have a conversation about some potential synergy we might have in business. If you're open, I'd love to run what I'm doing by you. Do you have 15 minutes to chat this week? Now, second scenario, if you have a relationship with them already and you really want to partner up with them, you don't want to be sending these texts to just anyone, guys, just to get them in the door. Like, people can feel your energy. If you don't really want to work with this person, they're probably going to say no. So this is, you have excitement, you're excited to talk to this person, you really think they'd be great in their business, and you'd say, hey, so-and-so, I can't help but think we could have some really incredible synergy in business together. Would you be open to learning more about what I do? Or if they already know you're in isogenics. Now, these I've gotten and altered myself off from Zach and Eden Slobin. They use words like, are you open? And they use the word synergy, which I've come to absolutely love. Synergy means one person steps and the other person steps, and you're in it in harmony. You're in it together. You're working together. You bring something to the table. They bring something to the table. It's a partnership. And so these are things that you can say and alter yourself to start that process, right? But the key is here, are you open? You're asking them, are they open, and to take a look. Now, the reason that's the key point is because if they say anything other than yes, or some variation of yes, then they're not who you're looking for, right? We're looking for open-minded people. And when I heard this, I had to share it because so many times I've gotten caught up in trying to convince people that this is for them. If they're not open, guys, even if they join the business, they're not going to do anything because they've already decided that they're not open to do this. So if people say no, thank them. Thank you. Follow up with them in 6 months. Maybe it's a better time, but don't get hung up on it. And certainly don't think that, don't let it get to you. Don't emotionally get involved in that because if they're not open, they're just simply not who we are looking for, right? And they did you a blessing by saying so. So after you contact and invite, you get the appointment, you set it up. Now it's time to show the business. And something that I've switched to lately is talking about the Isagenix lifestyle, right? It's talking about Isagenix as a whole, not necessarily, I used to say the business side, or they're into the customer side, or they're into the business side. You want to hold the space for anyone to do everything, right? Because the financial opportunity is so vast and so important, and so many people are hungry for that. You really want to lead with the business. There's other trainings on this. This is just like an overview of how the business kind of works, right? But I go top down, right? Even if they come to you for the products, I still talk about the opportunity. I tell them my story. I tell them, listen, I was really excited about the products too, but, since I was 18, I've been in network marketing and understood the industry, and there's an amazing opportunity here. Are you by chance open to taking a look at the opportunity we have as well? I know you're interested in the products, but would you be open? Just ask the question, guys. It can't hurt. And then worst case scenario, you default on the products. I sell the lifestyle, and the products are a bonus. When I got caught up in selling the products, guys, I got into like all this mess of, well, what are all the ingredients in the products? What is this little thing over here? And I'm just like, Jesus, man, I don't want every call to go like this. But it was happening because I was selling the products. I was just selling the products. I wasn't telling them about the opportunity. I wasn't telling them about this family and this culture and Kathy and Jim Coover and Jimmy the Butcher Smith. I wasn't telling them about the whole globe of things. I was just focusing on the products. And while the products are great, other companies have really good products, guys. And they're probably going to go searching around and try to compare apples to oranges. So I sell the lifestyle. People are hungry for the opportunity, and you want duplication. So I think I heard this from one of the Isagenix millionaires. They were focusing a lot on product enrollment, and they were a year in, and they hadn't seen any duplication. And it was because they were selling the products and not leading with an opportunity. As soon as they shifted, they went from under 5 to over 6 figures in a year. So it can take a little bit of time to get comfortable with selling the opportunity, right? But that's why the bottom one here says use upline and tools. Use your upline, get them on calls with you to help you, to do the talking, and you just sit there and you just listen, right? But you definitely want to show them the opportunity, show them the globe of Isagenix and not just the customer side or the business side, right? Because there's much more here to offer everybody. And then follow up. Following up is so important, guys, and there's different ways to do it. I used to hate following up, and now I love it because when you learn to do it effectively, people come in. People will come into your business. You have to think when you're talking to someone, you have like maybe 5% of their attention. And then as soon as you get off the call, they've probably forgotten about everything you told them. And if you don't follow up, they might see another network marketer in a year who might present them with an opportunity. And then guess what? They might become a millionaire for somebody else because you didn't follow up. And then you don't have a millionaire in your downline that you could have helped. You could have been a part of that. And because you didn't follow up, somebody else did, and they're in somebody else's business. So when you follow up, I used to do things like, hey, so I know we talked last week, but is this week a better time? Are you ready to sign up? Or I'd say, hey, I know that wasn't, timing wasn't right for you, but is now a better time to get started? Sometimes that works, guys. a better way that I've found is to find a video or find a research article or something, some sort of content, and send it to them. Hey, so-and-so, just saw this, thought of you, would love to have you watch it. And then that's all you say. You don't say anything else. Because they're already going to think of you as, oh yeah, she showed me this opportunity. I know what this is all about. And they're already going to have it on the forefront of their mind that they can sign up with you. So drip on them with content and not questions. Are you ready to join? Are you ready to join? They're probably not going to answer if you say that, or they're just going to flat out say no because they forget what you even talked about in the first place, right? So Fortune is in the follow-up. You can also add them to Facebook groups. We have that group, Welcome Change, where you can add anyone to the Facebook group. And then what you can do is tag them in posts. So if you see something and you're like, oh my God, so-and-so would really resonate with that, tag them in it and say, hey, just thought of you, saw this, give it a watch. That's a follow-up. That can be a follow-up or a touch point, whatever you want to call it, right? And then just keep track of this, right? In your list of people that you have that you created in step 1 when you built your list, now you can write next to it, followed up in Facebook group, or sent a video, or those are touch points, right? You're dripping on them, you're dripping on them, you're dripping on them. And then from there, guys, you get people started, right? And creating consultants is key. Right now we have consultant bonuses. Forgive me, I forget all the numbers. I believe if you create a consultant right now, it's $250. Correct me if I'm wrong. It went from, or is it 150? 150? Well, yeah. It used to be 50. They've added $100 to it, and that's just to become a consultant. So if you get your 2 people right off the bat, that's $150 in your pocket. Now more than ever is it the best time to start creating consultants in your business. And if you don't know, creating consultants is the foundation of all of our businesses in Isogenics specifically, right? Because if you have 5 consultants on one side and 5 consultants on the other side, and you're an executive. So if you can just get really good at getting people started and creating consultants, right? You sign people up. Who are 2 people you know that would like to get started in the same pack that you did this week and earn their money back in the first week, right? Curiously, who are 2 people you know who would love to get started with us? Just ask them the question. They might say, oh, I don't really know anyone and I just want to do this for me. Great. They're just a product user. If they say, oh my God, I know Sammy and Joe and Margaret and, John, then they're a business builder. Now you just got to harness them and show them the way, right? Duplicate yourself and step into leadership, right? My favorite thing about network marketing, guys, is it allows me to exercise this fire inside of me that I have to serve other people and lead. It allows me to be that person. It allows me to help people. It allows me to become bigger, greater, more of myself. And it can do that for everybody on this call. Everybody that joins, it can give them that vehicle to really grow into who they want to become, who they've always wanted to become. And so stepping into leadership can be tricky at first, but it's also very exciting. It's a new sense of responsibility, but now you're leading something. You're a light for somebody. You're helping people out. And then training never ends. Never ends. Training never ends. You should fall in love with training. Something in mindset every day, something in network marketing every single day. What can you say better? What can you do better? How can you get people started better? You can go on YouTube. You can go in the back office. Whatever you need to do. Training in network marketing should be ongoing. It's going to increase your personal development. It will increase your mindset. It will increase your bank account. It will increase everything for you. Studying something every single day, repetitively and consistently over time, will allow you to become who you want to become in this business especially. So I know that was a lot of information, guys. I'll put those slides in the group, Facebook group tomorrow along with the recording. I'd like to open it up now for anyone that has questions about that whole process, about the fundamentals of your business, and open it up for conversation. And John, I'd also like you to provide some insight on that system, because I know you're actually the one that drilled that into me.
Yeah, well, first, great job, Madison. Very articulate, very much to the point. I don't think it was overwhelming. It's just about basics, man, right? When you think, we always think in our heads somebody else is going to make a decision, that first exposure. And, quite honestly, we let go of people, right? It's not that they're telling us no. We're expecting something different from that individual. So I think a key takeaway to your presentation is really go for the no. I understand that you're going into it going for the no. So therefore, number one, you're not offended because we all get offended, right? Subconsciously. We're all offended when we're not used to no's, right? We're used to having a job, right? They're going to pay us at the end of every week. Most jobs, whether you perform as high as the next guy or not, you're still getting paid that hourly wage. So I think a good takeaway is that a lot of us need different exposures before we make a conscious decision. I think our only objective is to get a yes or no. That's our only objective, to get a yes or no. So everybody takes different amounts of touches. Some people, it could be 6 months. Stay in contact with them. When that timing is right for them, they'll either tell you no or yes. That's all we're looking for. So great job, and please, please, please get a replay out as soon as possible.
Anyone have questions or anything to add or anything they're struggling with? This is the time to ask.
Hey Madison, this is Kathy. Just a quick question on before I'm getting feedback. On the do you ever talk when you study for the lifestyle? Do you ever talk about the culture, especially the start culture, when you're talking to millennials? How if at all do you address that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I do talk about culture. However, every network marketing company has culture. Every single one. And so what I love to focus on now, I've really refined my focus when I'm talking to people, especially about the business opportunity. And what I focus on is the Cougars, their mission, their belief, why they started, right? Kathy Coover's story about why she started network marketing is you don't find it anywhere else in network marketing. A woman that was built up 3 times in different companies to the companies failing her, right? And then she goes out and creates a company on her own. Like, that belief alone would sell me. So I don't necessarily talk about the products or, the culture is great, because I don't want people to join because of the culture, right? I don't really want that, because that means they're not really going to do much. The culture is good, but I want business builders. I want people who are serious about this, who want to run with it and maybe even create their own culture. That makes sense? So I focus on, the market research that goes into the products. I'll focus on that, because no other companies do that. We hire outsourced companies, third parties, to test their products. That's insane. I focus on the Cougars. I focus on the longevity of the company, the nutrition, great. But you want to find things that not other companies have. We've created over 300 millionaires. Stuff like that I really focus on. And then, of course, the culture and the products and all that stuff. But I really make it clear that the vision behind this company is unlike no other. And the reason I do that is because that's why I joined. And I know that's why John and Lola joined as well. And probably Ina and Glenn as well.
That's helpful perspective.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Great job, Madison, as always.
Thank you, Mr. Perman.
One piece. You talk about the Cougars, but this is crazy, this echoing. John Anderson, the formulator, the guy's formulated over 3,000 products. Read his story about how he got bit by the spider, came out of retirement. Read that story, guys. That's a special, special story. So yes, the Cougars are special too, but the whole thing together, it's special. Really is.
Right. I totally forgot about that, Doug. He approached the Cougars, right? And he was like, I want to bring this thing to market the right way. And they created the whole company based off of doing things the right way for the customers and the associates. So just that alone is like a network marketer's heaven, right? Because Advocare went down, the company I was previously with went down. Network marketing is better, right? But it's still not perfect. Eric Rory says it all the time. He's like, our way is not better. Our way is not perfect. It's just better. It's true, because companies can still fold. So sell people on the vision, sell people on the lifestyle, right? because then you don't have people complaining about the products and, dissecting everything with getting nitty gritty about the details, because they see the big picture right away. Any other questions, guys, or insights or anything to add? We'll wrap it up if not. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. I will get the recording out tomorrow and the slides as well, so you guys can look at those at your own leisure. And I hope you all have an amazing week, and I'll see you next Monday.
Thanks, Madison.
Madison,
Oh, man.
great job.
Thank you.